Jamu kwa from like Black Media. Ebuja putupurun kai bo bane se Captain Kojo Smart na nsantem ye de abeto manim se Captain free onua guys media general na eno no enye sese bi ye ne enum ye hene na ye sole ana ye kankrofo ho nsem Captain na betena ase wa bla no di ne birthday last week na wo wie ni show ni pepepe eno de to edwase wakwiti from onua na ene na nkrofo kan wo hwe video nkrofo commenting ene se dwode du na se Captain ba de ne yemfanyew ene dwoda ade wo mu ne se Captain ama adwuma JB ani enim so no nso a JB nso ama enim di ntia JB nso entimi ama adwuma egusu a ye nhwehwemu ewo eho na abusia no de enanchen na sisi ya putupurun kai ba ye tene se Captain Kojo Smart akwakopie mu ewo TV XYZ eho ana Captain ebe abedi ne dwuma na abusia mpenifo so otorofo ana osemi dance ni ewa abrochimemu sa interview we say ye kwakotie ni ye interview a Captain edi kan ye no emre bi a etwem but that was last year na obo MPP amamuo no echi na wonam so ka say this year 2025 no say nyame pa obetima ba be ye adwuma ewo sa TV XYZ and afenso so XYZ radio te se ne okokopie mu ewo media general ye wo onua FM na afenso so no ye sa wo onua TV no sa na TV XYZ nso te ye wo TV XYZ and ye sa wo XYZ radio na Captain sama wo ka ye no na abemu a me ne wo ka se wo de ye bekọ akotie nsam a last year okoye interview ho no oka ye na ye wi a ya toa so etie ne nsem bi a wosa ka ye ewo onua na afen so no oko sa TV XYZ wonom as a new political money show host no so ye dia to so e dia montebuja tamuchuku ni nkonkotie nsem no family sisi the Captain ente ya eba allegedly ni say Captain a movie the call TV XYZ na XYZ radio yankwadwe nchirimu ni mene sisi ye abuja baby a wo hwe me bia wo haw ne amane kodan na bia da eda wo so bia no bomode se unimi bedi nkomo ye de samna nwanwaso bi aba e friend se sika kokko na gold samna wo haw bia da eda wo so bia wo hia sa samna we se bi afi wo ye bema wo hwe me wo bema sam wo pom bema ye ketwa brabeji bula matali edro bi na wo bema enye kese watimi abo adwuma so ache ewo empem ye de akwankyere bi aba abuzuan no ye hwehwe wo hyebrim a ye friend se mpelifo akwankyere anase wo betima friend back to sender onipa bi ha onipa bi tata wato bet ewo ho se wo se ne tibi obeku bomode so be fa numbers ne go screen ase na woni mi akasa me hwehwe wo hyebrim wi a na bomode se me kyere wo ne wo beye.
Are you a member of the NPP? A card-bearing member?
Now, no.
Have you been a card-bearing member of the NPP before?
I may say I was more than a card-bearing member.
What makes you more than a card-bearing member?
Because I will mention names.
Okay.
I will not mention those who are resting in the bosom of our dear Lord. I'll mention Adokufo.
Okay.
I'll mention J. Kufo. I'll mention Nanado.
Okay.
I'll mention Osafumafu, Hackman Huswajiman, Maxwell Kofi Juma. I'll mention Chairman F.F. Anto.
Okay.
I will mention Sammy Crab.
Okay.
I will mention Kwabena. What's the name? Former J. Kwabena. Tete Anamiri Affinity.
Okay.
And John Bwedu.
Were you close to them?
Close.
Before
I was part of the guys who were beaten mercilessly because of the MPP in the Volta region, Akache about to be precise.
Before 2016 elections, how close were you to the President of the Republic of Ghana, Nanado? Were you close to him?
I was very close.
How close?
Very close.
What were you doing for him?
I was not doing anything actually huge, but we're part of the team, media guys who thought that Mahama was not doing better.
Were you paid to do that?
Oh no.
Did you take some money?
No. For this one, I can bet my head. on the chalkboard.
Nothing.
I have never taken bribe before, and I will never take bribe.
Captain Smart has never.
I've said it several times. Any politician who says he's giving me something before should come out. You know, the only politician who has given me gift is Nana Kumia.
Gifts?
Yes.
Okay.
He bought a cake, took half, and gave me the remaining half.
That is all.
That's all.
One time you came to apologize to the former president.
Yes, that we said that he's bought houses at Dubai. And
where was that information coming from? Before coming on air to come and say this, where did you get that information from?
There's something we call political peace strategy. The P I will not explain. The politicians know what I'm talking about. And morning shows years back, almost 90% of morning shows relied on newspapers for information.
Yeah.
And politically, most morning show presenters and political talk shows are aligned.
You are one.
No, they are aligned to either party Q or party W.
So you mean every political morning show?
Most of them.
They are
morning
aligned.
show and political talk show hosts are aligned. Either aligned with a particular story or aligned
with a political party. So you were aligned to
as
NPP.
of that time, I was aligned to the NPP.
Okay, so now you are aligned to NDC.
I want to remain Ghanaian.
Okay.
Because I've realized that both of them, they are political garbage.
So where did you get that information? Was it from the newspapers?
No, it was on the front page of the Daily Guide. And then let me be sincere with you, we're told to push it. So we also pushed it.
Who told you to push it?
Okay, every party has a chief of staff, every flag bearer, somebody who he think will be the chief of staff. Somebody would have to call you and push it.
Pushing it, were you paid? How many were you?
No. I don't know who else.
Okay.
But all the big guys who said the same thing are in this country. Everybody heard them and saw them.
So those we heard them saying.
Yeah, it's all a lie. Mahama don't have a single room, not even a chop box in Dubai. I still challenge anybody to come and show us.
How did you find out? Because this is.
I went to Dubai.
Dubai is very big. How was your investigations like?
Chief, if Ghana is too big, if you have a house here in Accra, it is easier for people to know.
Okay.
And Dubai, you can just Google the houses that they sell, the apartments that they sell. If it is being bought, even if it is on mortgage, it is easier to know.
Okay.
As soon as you Google the location with the address, you know the owner.
Okay, so you did those checks?
I didn't do those checks. I didn't waste my time, because as time went by, we got to know that it was a lie. It was a hearsay.
Do you regret doing that?
I don't actually regret, but I am
okay,
that I helped some people told a lie.
But you were not paid to do
no.
that. You don't do paid stories.
No. That's why I'm able to speak my mind.
Were you promised when the president was coming to power?
Well, I've said on air several times.
You were promised, right?
Not promised. I've said on air several times. I've refused appointments. I believe that. And if you ask Gabriel Shedaku, he's alive. And the finance minister, when we met in the house closer to the electoral commissioners in their headquarters, I told them that, look, somebody would have to sit back and watch the old boy succeed. If he's going wayward, somebody should be in the media to bring him on board. That's basically what I did.
Okay.
Trying to keep him in check.
Okay.
But they think that I'm being too hard on them.
So you finally came out to apologize for coming out with those stories. That was
one story.
Well, just one story. But as a journalist, why didn't you do your background check?
It is not a matter of a background check.
You were supposed to do a background check.
Let me tell you this. You were sitting here.
Yeah.
Did you know where I was before I came here?
No.
It was your producer, right?
Okay.
So let's continue. So let's continue.
Okay, so the story came from a source.
It was on the front page of the Daily Guide, not a source.
And that was it a mouthpiece for the government?
Well, I can't tell.
For the then opposition party.
Over the years, we all know the political biases of Daily Guide.
Okay.
So I mean, it's obvious.
You contributed bags of cement for
100 bags of cement
for the
more.
construction of.
I regret. I should have used that cement to build a house for my mom.
You want to take it back?
If they will give it to me, I will.
You want? Why? Why would you?
Okay, let me tell you this. When I heard that our president wanted to build a house for the Lord,
not with a government.
Ask my guys. I asked them to bring me a hanky. They should get me a hanky.
Okay.
I was very much happy, very, very, very enthused that my president has had the vision of actually building a house for the Lord. If not for anything, I am a Christian.
Okay.
And
you can bring it. You can bring it.
And I told few friends that this is a good thing that we have to do.
Okay.
You know, we don't.
Okay.
We have to support, because the president said that we have to contribute as Christians to build that edifice. So I was happy that my president is calling on Christians to do what was done back in the Bible days.
Okay.
I heard the president very, very well at Nima. I heard him so well
that
when he said that that's why we will not put any money from the coffers of the government to build the house.
Okay.
I will call on all the Christians in this country. And I said, oh, good idea. So on the day of the launch, I went to buy 100 bags of cement.
Okay.
And carried one.
Okay.
I carried it.
We saw you carrying one,
yes.
But it was 100 of them.
It was 100.
Okay.
But that's the one I carried was symbolic.
Okay.
It was symbolizing my readiness to carry and give whatever I have for the completion of the Lord's house. So we were told that day that we will need about $200 million to complete the National Cathedral.
Okay.
Almost all the pastors, the big and small, that gathered that day surrounded me and prayed for me that I have done a godly thing. I am proud of myself for the cement I carried for the Lord. I am proud of myself that at least I contributed for an edifice to be built for the Lord in my country. But I regret the corruption that I have been seen to be part of that.
You think the president deceived?
No, it goes beyond the word deceitfulness. It goes beyond that, you know. And now we have spent over $200 million.
Yeah.
And we've cleared the place, moved judges to a different place altogether, rented hotels for judges, because we're going to build a home for the Lord, a house for the Lord. Imported rocks, stones from Israel, and all that. And after spending over $200 million, we now have the biggest pit in the world. Wow. Sitting right here in Ghana.
Chipping something.
It's a shame. And to be honest, all the pastors that are on that particular board of trustees,
some have resigned.
Yes. Those who are still on that board, I think that they should go for 40-day fasting and ask God for forgiveness.
They should ask for forgiveness?
Yes, from the Lord. Because this is not a promise to man. It's a promise to God. And I believe that we all followed suit because we all believe that God exists.
Yeah. That is the reason why.
So there is God.
Okay.
And then you tell God that I am going to use $200 million to build you a house. And you have spent over $200 million and you don't have a single room for the shoe of God. What have we done? As human beings, as black people, as Ghanaians, we have believed lies over and over again to an extent that we have succeeded lying to God. We have deceived God. We have promised God and have failed. What else? Who else under the sun can't our politicians disappoint by promising?
Okay.
And this is a serious matter. Look, people think that we only have to be talking about it, and inside my bedroom I feel so sad about the National Cathedral thing. That so if God is going to measure favor and mercy by actions and inactions and reactions, what will be the kind of favor from God to this country?
Buildings were they had to break down
charges, buildings and all that were pulled down. Some of them, lived in hotels for several months, and we still do not have that. It's a shame.
Do you think the government should look elsewhere, look for money?
Elsewhere where? No serious organization under the sun will do that. That cathedral sitting there, they can't build it.
They can't.
No, they can't.
Would you advise in case?
In case what? Whoever wins the election,
yes,
they will not.
In our current state, what do you want us to do?
Look at the demeanor of Bawumia when talking. When he addressed the entire nation, did he mention anything about National Cathedral?
No.
It is one of the useless things to him.
Okay.
It looks useless to Bawumia, I'm telling you. As for Mahama, don't talk about it. It looks more useless to him. Okay. If individuals were allowed to contribute, let's say maybe 10 years to Ukraine, no problem. But when you commit state funds into something and you say that may you see $200 million to complete, and you have spent more, government have spent more than $200 million plus our contributions. Plus our contributions.
Wow. So what do you think we can do
about the cathedral?
Yeah.
We should forget about it for now.
Leave the place just like that.
What else can we do? Fill the hole?
You think we have to those who have incurred this cost on the nation should be prosecuted?
No. You see, people should be prosecuted. Now the National Cathedral is not something for anybody. It is for the Republic of Ghana. And government said,
should the others who also contributed go for their money?
And now that money gone. Wow. And you've still not completed the project. It's like a DCE taking money to build a hospital and failed to do. You go, you arrest, you prosecute, you jail. So the first person to be jailed is this government. Ghanaians should vote against this government for lying to God on our behalf.
Okay. And that is what we should do.
Yes. We should show them the red card of the creator.
Ghanaians should.
Yes. Because if you can lie to God, who else can't you lie to? You get a drift?
Yeah, I get you.
So the first person that should go to jail is this government about the National Cathedral. We should show them the red card.
They should go.
Yes, they should go. Because you lied to God.
Dr. Bawumia has promised to come in, and when he's voted into power, there are certain things that he wants to change, especially with e-levy and a couple of things. He says when we vote for him and he comes back, because he is just a mate, he's not the one in the driving seat.
There's this beautiful lady who got married to a very young man. Very energetic, to the eyes of the people very hardworking. And this lady was enjoying. She was driving all the posh cars, living in a mansion, go check the lighting of the house, food, drinks, whatever. Everything was provided for. But every night, the husband was out of the house. He goes out of the house in a black shirt and comes back in a pink shirt. One day, the lady got to know that the husband, a armed robber. But because she was enjoying, kept quiet and supported the husband to perpetuate that crime. You think that the police should not arrest the lady as well?
She has to be arrested.
Both of them should go.
The police will tell you aided and abetted.
So both of them should go.
Wow.
That's the story to the answer.
Who do you think will win the 20?
I don't want to even know.
You are a political model.
Listen, me 2024, I don't care who becomes the president. I care about who will take care of this country. And I'll be more aggressive after 2024 elections than before.
Aggressive.
I am telling you.
On the one going to win.
I am telling you. I am telling you. I am going to be super aggressive.
You are aggressive on this government. Are you scared for your life?
Scared?
Yeah.
No, I am scared that this country
Ask him about Chada.
has been raped over and over by the husband. You see, Amagana is a very beautiful young woman who grew up in a British home. Very beautiful, sweet accent, sleek, and every other young man in town was running after Amagana. So there's this young man called
Ask him about Chada.
a young man called Kwame Nkrumah who married this young lady, and he said that when your boyfriend was leaving you, he didn't give you anything, but me, I'll give you something. And this man built homes representing factories and so many other things for this lady. And unfortunately, the brothers-in-laws and sisters-in-laws ganged up with people who were not part of their family. And Amagana divorced her first husband called First Republic. Then the Second Republic came, also said that I love Amma, I'll take care of Amma. And Amma's parents agreed. They also came, not knowing, because Amma is very beautiful and sweet, they also wanted to get their share. And again, Amma and Kontafo and others came together and divorced. Then the third husband, Third Republic, also came. Then somebody came to marry Amma, calling himself the Fourth Republic. That me, the Fourth Republic, I will make you, Amma, the most beautiful woman. And Amma, you have a beautiful son called the Greater Accra region. I will make everything for Greater Accra, so that when Greater Accra grows, marry and have children, his children and children's children will not suffer. So I will make Accra the cleanest city.
Okay.
And in the Fourth Republic, because Amma is still young and beautiful, the Fourth Republic had a first man called Flight Lieutenant Jerry John Rawlins, who married Amma, brought PAMSCAD, Program of Action to Mitigate Social Cost of Adjustment, and Mobi Squad, all in the name of trying to make Amma happy. At the end of the day, Amma's last cloth that she had wanted to wear to her son's wedding, JJ Rawlins took that cloth and gave it to his wife. That is in Samum Cannery. Gave it to Nana Kunedu Ajman Rawlins.
Okay.
That marriage also collapsed. Then another man in the Fourth Republic called J. Kufo also came, married Amma for some time, and then the marriage also collapsed. Then another man from the same family came to marry Amma, called John Evans Fifiata Mills. Unfortunately, Amma became a widow.
Because
a woman whose husband died in the morning, in the evening the family gave another man to her to marry, called John Dramani Mahama. So John Dramani Mahama married Amma right after, a few hours after Amma's husband.
Few hours.
Husband had died.
Not even to wait for the barrier and everything.
And then the family also said that like yes ni kunu ba kono we wu okwan nti ye de mobo ne ye do buy then through their call. But we have found another man in the Fourth Republic for our Ama. That man is very eloquent. He's a lawyer. He's studied politics. He's followed politics. He's led demonstrations all in the name of you, Ama. He's got you at heart. He's called Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo.
That is the present current.
He will marry you a nice way. I mean, Ama, you will enjoy life. So Ama was torn between.
Asked him about Alan and also Ochada
In the eye and said, okay, who the Mamin Komra? But I'll send my son Kweku Ayindoho to make an announcement. If I love you, after the announcement, I'll come back to you. So Kweku Ayindoho, who is either a niece or whatever, a nephew or whatever, a cousin or whatever, to the yet to be divorced husband, said that they were in a comfortable lead. So Ama relaxed that, oh, at least he has built something for me. He's built this hospital, this thing, that thing, that thing. So if he's in a comfortable lead, no problem. Before Ama woke up, the new husband was holding a ring to wed her, and Nanado finally married Ghana. 2016.
Yes.
7 January 2017. And I must say that the worst of Ama's marriages started from 2017.
The worst
Of Ama Ghana's marriages started from 2017.
But you supported that marriage.
It doesn't matter. It is only the fool who doesn't change his mind.
You've changed your mind.
Do I look like a fool?
You are now for cheddar. What is the relationship between
I am not for cheddar.
But what is the relationship between the two?
I like him. He's a young man. Very good. Very eloquent. He sounds a bit politically aggressive. You know, I mean, he's done something that eyes can see, you know, and he's had this ambition to lead Ghana. Anybody who has good intention can marry our Ama Ghana for us.
Okay.
So, I mean, he can also marry Ama Ghana.
Cheddar can.
Oh, if Ama Ghana agrees, nobody can say no.
Do you think recently in his recent interviews he said he was going to dredge the sea to the Ashanti region? There's been a lot of controversy and statements around. Is it possible? Is it feasible?
Why do you want to drag me into this conversation? But anyway, let me answer you. If you want to redirect the sea to a location, is it called dredging?
No.
Okay. So it is not possible.
It is not dredging.
So it is not possible.
So what is possible?
First of all, it's doable. Because anything under the sun, you know, both of us can chew this table. It can take so many years, but we'll still chew it.
Okay. So it is possible.
It is possible, but I think that should be about 200 years to come.
Okay.
You see, the things that we need in this country, prioritizing the welfare of the beautiful lady called Ama.
Okay.
Redirecting the sea from Accra to Kumasi is not part of it. Because when you get to Kumasi, which suburb of Kumasi are you going to collapse?
Because
which suburb of Kumasi are you going to pull down?
To get the sea but it could have been better, because you see, let me ask you, because former ex-president John Ejokum had this plan for Buankra inland ports. And I don't know what happened to that, because Cheddar wanted to help so that in case we want to transport goods and other stuff from Tema, we could do it. But J. Kufuor had this idea. But
it was inland port.
Inland port, yes.
You see, Ama is so beautiful that if you are not careful when you see her, you speak like a mad person.
Okay.
The beauty of Amma goes beyond human comprehension. So if you're a man and you want to marry her, you have to sit straight and think right. Otherwise, you will open up your mouth and say anything. Because she's so beautiful to an extent that her beauty is very devastating. When it comes to gold, she's excellent. Diamond, super. Manganese, super. Lithium, don't go there.
Wow.
Oil, fantastic. Timber, human resources, abba. So that woman called Amma, when you get to her house and you say you want to marry her, if you are not careful, Amma will give you money.
Okay.
So it makes the men who want to marry Amma talk by heart. Because senior, what they are putting to do,
yeah, that is going to be very
so it's doable.
Okay.
What we need now, first of all, is quality healthcare that will give the Ghanaian the assurance and hope that I can live longer to help build my country. This is the first thing we need.
That is what we need.
First,
we don't need a cathedral.
Quality healthcare that will give the Ghanaian hope that I can live longer to help build my country. First thing we need.
That is the first thing.
That is the first. The second thing, I don't want to hear anybody talk about roads. Roads is a byproduct of a good thinker. So we share by on president.
Okay.
It's straightforward. Bam.
So roads
is part of healthcare.
That is what you have to do. Is
roads. If you want to talk about healthcare, me if I were the president, I will not talk about roads. I will talk about healthcare.
Okay.
But roads will be part of healthcare because the ambulances will not be piloted in the skies.
Sure.
Even though we have air ambulances and all. So when you talk about quality healthcare, you are talking about quality roads that at in the speed of time, a sick patient can be transported from this location to that location. The next one is food.
We need food.
Yes, that the Ghanaian when going to sleep will not be wondering what to eat the next day. Otherwise, that person will become an armed robber.
Okay.
So quality healthcare. One, number two, food. You know, the word agriculture comes from a Greek word and a Latin word. Agriculta. Meaning we have agreed to do it together and get satisfied.
Okay.
So the word agriculture, the first syllabus, agree.
Okay.
So first of all, we must all agree to eat what we grow and grow what we eat.
Okay, eat what we grow
and grow what we eat.
That was what Danlati, the lane Danlati stands.
We don't have to wait for Ukraine to go into a war with Russia, and then our Greek minister will come and tell us that because of the Russia-Ukraine war, we can import maize. It doesn't make sense. So first, second one is food. The Ghanaian must have access to quality food. Food security should be key. So I was telling a friend, if I were national security, I work Temahabo. Not 2,500 containers, over 1,350. I was here, say, saying, and then our containers, you say transformers. Then our container, cable metals and the womb container mudu cable ECG for the wire and your mama mudu transformer mudu 1,358 to Saday and here yes yira obedient to me and come she okay your friend don't say ya to we oh Some bank for me. Yesterday was a man here on FM. Bank for Deben Development Bank na Kufa do tie no. Okofa 700 million euros. Ana omode kokko shame. 1 year bank na sama boka. Sikaro wa hiyo sikani na asa. Over 1 billion Ghana cedis. Sikani na ashe. Obi anka she. O kape si hey. umpomani ye.
Bibini oh.
Show aye den yeti krom ha. Na eho agric minister catch them say fertilizer bags mako 800,000. Efrum ponko. Afako.
Wait.
Hey. Ghana ya wo. Efrum ponko. Efrum bey. Oto sa no twa nani wa ha na wafa. Na efrum ponko de na no afa. No de tekrama afa fertilizer bag no awuroli na koto na chi. Na efrum de adwane. Ebe ya asama yesi minister kura wa nko ho no Juan Esman sonka.
Afuru bey.
What do you not turn China? Yet was an Ghana Revenue Authority about say 11 and a you did not count a coup.
Wait.
Oh, Erade.
Bibini oh.
Na and was
Bibini and Nipo. Ojai.
Your priorities, don't know.
Ojai.
These are the things, sir. Obi be deep Mampedia, the new actually.
Ojai.
The answer make away na and I make a fast service assem. Producer your minister no video no ready. Honorable Muntaka say Oko ministry hono. Ade a we hu say na Ghana ye fire tender eyam mono pa no e 11 years.
Wait. Bibini oh.
The newest.
Bibini and Nipo.
Edin fie du baako. Hey, let's say bro. No by 10 years, 10, 11. Ada ye to say 2014. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and here 10 years, 24, 25. We come on, say 12 years. Either 12 or 11 years. Not yet your man. Na banya bedi enso emfie nwotwe wantumi anto ka ba ko pempo edidum ja wo ye MPP ni a na se wo sore na wo kasa ese ye de wo kwhye bonkam
wait
8 years not even a single fire tender. Honorable minister na say enam santi ye sore ana Ghana for ye blame fire officers na hu hia say obia but China no esi fire service force so wa hu nyansani bomam bo video no mam
and the way to and all of us needs to also make a contribution, and the way to make the contribution, in my view, I'm doing a paper to cabinet that look, the fuel that we buy, let's dedicate just 10 pesos per liter just for fire, because as we speak, when I went to the Ministry of Interior, I realized that the newest tender that we have was procured in 2014. That's more than 10 years. You and I know the way they run, in about 6-7 years they become obsolete, yet the newest tender we have is more than 10 years old. Why? For the whole 10 years as a country we have not bought even a single fire tender. So sometimes we all blame the fire officers for nothing, because they are using obsolete equipment. So sometimes the frustration, they go through so much frustration themselves. So one of the things that I think if we can do even 5 pesos on a liter, what it means is that we'll have a dedicated, and all of us need.
When you casa or your minister or drink, Sam Rosberry to Sam Rosberry, Okodi Minister of Interior. Miami Chrome Dagarani.
Indicate yourself.
Yeah. And Rosberry Senator. Sabia Bruce Sabia Yado, any dear question no book question. When Timmy and Tot tender Baku Pempo, Amagana National Fire Service. Okwaya na Miami ya Ozinzim Oya Henry Cote Subae. Henry Cote say one check. Henry Cote say when 2 years ago, 1 year grab say when ni. DH was just no collabore. So who must we know call that? 20 me am I to tender back po from 2014 e see 2025 moment me and top tender back po professor no pay we be phone line and boss 730 pepe maybe line at
ojai
men ka se ko now na do be example
wani
what they are not to nchen akwete MP
wani
wọ́n sẹ́ no di afẹ́nyọ́ marking sẹ́chi. Oh, take the responsibility, my lord. Mr. Speaker.
Going.
He is a grown-up man. Afẹ́ yẹ duru court wa na wújà fún ayira wà dọ́ọ̀dẹ. Na nka wúyẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ ma nkẹtẹ wọn na national security fún ọ ní mẹ́tọ́ yẹ. Kí ẹ bá tí wọ́n tún. Because Adamu Sakande ọkọ̀ jail. Ana Rafi. Yes, man, swear. What's the man swear?
Going.
Says who didn't tete. I must say one tete.
Oh, bibi ni any pow.
You see, I am a politician not doing your one say. Bibi a was as should be a one there.
Ojai.
Chief Justice Obeko. Kwa no Obeko. By now, the name in a pack area, I can say driver the difficult. Or by static car say Pami Prum or Qua no. Because tie, your mount to me,
Bibi
to me, you the two body, you the two bonnet assay. You fat to me whom nipa conso. One Casa Supreme Court in my judgment, we observe the Yansanko High Court. Now, one my Supreme Court, one my judgment, we are quite our High Court.
Bibi oh,
Because a baby wo obi afi so betimi ayedi ope bia wasase so.
Going.
Adwasa for kasa na musu. Ngo papa na e captain when I interview na adwasa for waka de obeka na wie.
Bibi
Asa na okan so adwasa moa. Someone. It's a 2 year nipanya ye no ose no.
Ojai.
Priorities. Sabeti SSA. Let's have a pesicato painter painting me da yatrem. Na metewasa. So the aye. I'm going to bubuda machine mesifi.
Wani.
Adweme na wumtiri.
Going.
Obi priority they say or the $1 million betu fie. Na wi aka to say yes abode. Oh, I don't know. This is na yabo mudin no.
Ojai.
Mo ma sam na me kana no pay.
Ojai.
Every DC or a powerful. Obetimi emia wo tokrom ho pa sa ko original minister mpo na bedum kran. This is na yabo mudin no. And then e kira e bi so foforo so be san ba. Yes. Yes, Ramo say. Sa resetting Ghana. David Jana may come before the NDC manifesto. Say maybe your president I will reset Ghana to factory setting. Say na ke wuti. Resetting na e koso no. Ne titiri no gira mo a yama mutumi ne so. Cause yet hey no. Say we reset your phone na. Contact our phone so any choice anamwa. Contact na our phone no so na we reset no. Hey yes citizens no.
Ojai.
Apps are what download no. Apps no only choice bia. Cause you want to reset your phone to factory settings. It's a young citizens no. And shut down you need Robia play. Cause and now we send it in the pra. I say how do you this is a work gun and tiase. More ya mudia more quad montiase say more ye powerful. enti ko yusu sa power na wonya no faja din wo ho
Ojai.
Fata tumi na yɛde ama wo no fa kogya edin ɛwɔ hɔ
Ojai.
edin a yɛba ɛnyɛ te sɛ regional minister bi a na menim ne baabi bɛwi apɛtɛhyɛ de fufuo atɔ gɔtama ne driver to car akɔagya no
Gwen.
memmɔ obi ani o sɛ woyɛ DC yi a mpuntu a ɛwɔ mpɔtam hɔ nyinaa no wo nsam na ɛhyɛ te sɛ de mpuntu a ɛwɔ Ghana ha nyinaa no ɛhyɛ mahama nsɛm
Ojai.
ba wo deɛ kɔ na ma priorities no nyɛ sɛ wokɔre gas
Wani.
oh I don't know gas ni obetumi awi obi anyɛ hwee na mo baako pɛ bi to fa ho a ɛto fa ho a ɛhɔ na bɛwo sɛ wabu atopafo na ɔbɛte sound wɔ akyire hɔ this is na mo kɔ no hɛ na obi pɛ wanya wo ti aseɛ
Ojai.
party no yɛ kan sɛ wɔn mfa nipa mmiɛnsa mmra na yɛnyim baako if not more 3 pɛ nipa 3 na kɔɛ na wo president ahwɛ mu in consultation with the council of state party mpanimfoɔ led by your national chairman Asedu Nketia ɛna afei no minister of local government atena se chief of staff ɛka ho adwene ho na yɛde ama wo sɛ kɔ na kɔyɛ MCE kɔyɛ DCE kɔyɛ mayor wo de kɔ na fa kɔdi agorɔ wɔ hɔ wobɛte yɛn nka wo de kɔ na fa kɔdi agorɔ wobɛte yɛn nka efisɛ ade a yɛtumi de di agorɔ kurom ha paa yɛ mpɔtɛmpɛtɛm amamuo no ɛno sɛ maka na anyɛ yie no because after all what mahama baayɛ osi rage wɔyɛ nneɛma kɛsɛkɛsɛ bɛma Ghana nyɛ din ba mpɔtam hɔ no dɛn na ɛwɔ hɔ hwee ni hɔ wohyɛ DC bi a 6 unit classroom block yɛsi 100 3 unit classroom block yɛayɛsi nneɛma nketenkete ayɛ na medwe wo koraa mente aseɛ
Bibini. Ow.
and you see ɛyɛ because sɛ yɛnte amammuo ase maka kyerɛ sɛ yɛabɔ ntakɔda wie sɛ sɛ yɛbɔ superzonals sɛ sɛ yɛ me no ka sɛ 8 regions out of the 16 this is now already yɛabɔ assembly members no so kookoo taama so wotwe mu tan wɔn magyi sika
You have just 1 minute remaining.
woyɛ dɛn wɔn bɛgyi sika
You have just 1 minute remaining.
wokɔ other places a me sanka meyɛ Jomama
Ojai.
obi a ɔyɛ NDC parliamentary candidate olusu election bi ɔbɛyɛ DC sanka me meyɛ Jomama ba me nyɛ ɔno because ntimi mma sɛ me do president mfoni atetare bɔ aho akɔto aba mama lusu na yɛsan de DC na ɛwɔ mpɔtam hɔ no akɔma nipa foforɔ
You have just 1
me meyɛ mampani a obi a ɔkɔ MP ship bi olusu ye bia no kɔtoa so wɔ hɔ
You have
now
just
the fa wɔ dan no ho
remaining.
na hwɛ adeyɛ ɛtɔ da sɛ sɛ yɛte nneɛma bi ase sɛ mete nkurɔfoɔ se Captain Smart yɛ adwuma ma Mahama granted yɛmfa ne saa
Wani.
na yɛse Captain Smart abɔ ne ho mmɔden wɔ nkran ɛti yɛde AME ɛma me meyɛ nkrani meyɛ nkrani
indicate yourself.
sɛ gama nkyɛ lunguama nkyɛ wɔn ba na wɔn kame no kame no kaya deɛ ɛhɛn na mo de hyia wɔn
Indicate yourself. Da wo hu adi.
yee hɛ yɛwɔ wuntumi nkasɛ sɛbi obi a ɔyɛ ofi voter region obi ofi Ashanti region wayɛ party adwuma paa wɔ Yendi nti yɛpɛ DC wɔ Yendi a yɛsɛ nfa ma Asantini na n'ayi gbeni no wati bi da
Gwen.
yɛwɔ adeɛ bi wɔ hɔ a ɛnyɛ tribal politics o wobɛtumi aka to say from akwasi agimai wa kwatra voter region wa ya adwuma pa enti e pedisi wo akache abo a na say dia ma akwasi agimai na ma wuli ye den
My God, indicate yourself.
See, your district be constituencies be wo ha MC no DC no entimi nko obi foforo ho ade de ofiri mpotemo wo kan okure pa
Ojai.
hey
Ojai.
ube na be henya me ni no aka chem se fi atago ekwenye parliamentary candidate e wo kumawu a na sabe me di Yusufu a am influence o de mame emfa etino esesa party ni mpanyimfo am wo constituency level no. This is the time esesa we show maturity. When anytime esesa NDC party executives are mo wo form ho no e bia wo de obi koy wo de afia tago koy ya fa ma no ye de ama Fabiano wo de Captain Smart koy ya fa ma no ye de ama Abraham. This is the time esesa wo kire se wo ni nyansa na keyo kabo ye asabode ni on 14 ese jai na e form ho no juntam na ye confirm DCs ni MMDCs ni na tam se le be ya common fund na da ho no se common fund ne ba na se we ni DC we ni MC ya ye ntimi nya sika mfa nya dwuma o district ni it is assembly members na be kwa kwato aba no wo be yo manyi so magi sika na se o man to a ye wi ani ya ma obi apia ni ya kama hye dem ho ni egwam
Indicate you are.
because woman pe say mpotem ho no mpuntuo beba asechire no because coordinating director now all act as DC no on to sign check bia why one akwaji approval abakwa regional minister ho
Oh, me go.
ajiwunya DC MC baba he no na ade a ehu pa ne say wo party member what you sika say yentuntia President Kufota mo so ye ko gu a chairman bi mo no ko say ye gu anu gu atro o mo de share dem o kokko so here o say chairman na ye den mafia ase pani pa ye peja wo sakoso ne ye bo amoto mburu papa ya moto mu na o nipa kokko so na moto mu na ye ko say ya
Indicate you are
because one constituency chairman or the new years na yere me rafi me besa about district ni din e na o de na eko wo ye chairman wo de new years wo yere e san ko di DC that district ni ya mo dia
Ojai.
no wa hwe nyame ni mama ya to atia am so sa ye wura mu assembly members na se mafia am say ye fault o na mo am chairman e da bre yin sika se yentuntia no
Le.
that's okay yate any movie here from Accra and the district of Hosantai fair chairman I see what you say oh emie maka fantasy so kwa mo hu region emie me je hwe mara brand me sama me penansem emi me je hwe mara muntu ya kapel na wa we would na mete hobi as constituency chairman so would have to mara hwede bibia botuma akodo fine what's in your ye would at ho nyina ye ba de ye pictures ye videos the net ho but one at one na rehwe nkrofo be we enyim de na aka che won na wonye o me yi mo hwe wo miss assembly members na kokoso ni so okay sa ware ebo e wa no de ye miss assembly members na honorable so and so from electoral area chairman ma was saying
Wani.
so ma 1300
My God.
da fa ye baaze na so to na kom wom also montuntian
Indicate you are.
chairman itu esika na 120 enyipa na president wa bonizin na ewu da ona me no constituency nim why na ho da ompema asem nti so mi ye ide enye na ya abre o party nim president wan hye enyunyam na me ye hwehwe DC a am chairman me ye wan fa man was am pafo na sa ko bi wam
Gwen.
after the rest were into his abutom
Bibini, oh!
Men can't say yanko yesa. But we are assembly man now for Jessica. Sika de him some obeje. And we are there yabeje. That's another time yet here. This is you lose your dimika kwa so kwa Jessica back. What's what 20 ano? Ye say sika no de obeje. But wo bia wo te district bia mu no. Wonya wo say wo ni pare ya to abati na mo assembly members na ngua ho.